Yo, what is up, my dudes? I'm back with another video. This time I'm gonna be titling it versus the Mech Yamai twins, as I'm doing my next chapter of my fanfic. This chapter starts off really interesting from what I remember, as it's Shido actually fighting the Yamai twins right from the start, as it seems, and they're using an attack that is actually forming a tornado, sucking Shido inside, basically, or at least trying to. And then he actually wakes up, realizing it was a dream, and then he's like, well, was that one of their attacks? And I won't really get into much, but first things first, the boss fight against them starts off really interesting enough. After the health bar appears and Shido actually finds them, they begin to actually fight. And nothing really seems really interesting at first. Basically, they use the same attack that was in Shido's dream as well, which, again, I tried to make it like a premonition that he would actually sees one of their attacks beforehand. So they actually try to suck him in using their wind spirit powers, basically, by forming a tornado and spinning around, forming the actual tornado to actually suck Shido in. And again, this combat is in the Kirby and the Forgotten Land 3D style, so it's really cool to really think of in my head, especially that attack itself, because it's like it's just fully animated in my head. If I could make it into an actual a boss fight or something, I really would. But I mean, I'd probably have to get permission from the people who do Date Alive and all that first. But eventually defeating the Yamai twins, this new villain, actually, who was awakened last chapter, I forgot to actually mention that, the true villain actually awakens and was like, oh no, that is not the actual boss fight. She actually, Tenka's core, after they were actually defeated, she actually resurrects them. It's similar to the, Forgo Dedede, or, I just mispronounced it, King Dedede's name by adding another D. It's Dedede, not Dedede. I gotta get that out of my head. It's Dedede, not with an extra D. It's similar to that fight when Fecto Forgo actually resurrects him and another phase actually happens. Tenka's core basically does that, basically. She actually takes control of the Mech, Yamai twins, having the actual familiar orange glint in their eyes, signaling they were completely under her control, basically. And this is when, again, similar to the other boss fights, the attacks really get actually interesting, because with Tenka's core actually controlling them, they go completely batshit crazy. They literally just both actually separate, because if it's two opponents instead of just one, get this, they literally separate and actually both start barraging, attacking Shido together, dude. Just one attack after the next, using their actual wind powers, which one of them was similar to actually with the Florina's Florina's, it's just, a wind attack from, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, which, when she actually, creates two, wind, projectiles. They do that attack, but way more crazy, because again, it's two people fighting Shido instead of just one. So both of them actually use an attack that's actually similar, and both start attacking them simultaneously. It's basically them being under Tenka's Core's spell actually makes them freaking psychotic, dude. Which I actually forgot to mention that it was another side effect of her actual powers and stuff, because if she doesn't just possess them, she actually she makes their personalities go completely out of whack, completely crazy. If they become this like manic, psychotic character basically during the boss fight, basically, which is why it's actually really interesting when Tenka's Core actually takes control of them. But eventually Shido actually wins the actual fight, which one of the hardest ones so far, basically. And Tenka's Core isn't really happy, and she actually, I think she swears revenge, basically. But again, I have one more chapter before I get to the Tenka's Core actual boss. So, I mean, I still got one more chapter to go before that, guys. But, that is probably going to be it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and, stay tuned for tomorrow for Chapter 6. I'm actually gonna have to, side note, I'm actually gonna have to probably reread it, because I remember nothing from the next boss. I think it's ironic, I remember most of what, Tenka's Core's, phases are, more than the next bosses. The boss that's in chapter 6. I literally remember chapter 7's boss more than chapter 6's, which is weird. But I'm probably gonna have to go reread that boss fight in particular for tomorrow. So stay tuned for that, guys, and I hope you enjoyed. Peace out.